A new Godzilla form just got leaked for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. In this video, we will go over and analyze this new Godzilla for that movie. Hello everyone, I'm the Talking Godzilla, and let's check out the new theater goods for when Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire gets released in, of course, cinemas. Now this is what we're dealing with right here. These are all the theater goods that you will be getting when you're, of course, going to see the movie. And if you look closely, we see with these three figures right here a brand new Godzilla, which looks pretty odd at first, but we're going to analyze it for a second while, of course, discussing all the other theater goods in the process. So first, recently, this render art got leaked of Shimo, a protagonist or antagonist in that movie, of course, probably working with Scar King, the new red orangutan ape titan. And now we have a full-on body shot of this, probably Godzilla descendant kaiju. So there you go. It stands, it's a little bit weird, its posture, especially in this render image, but it looks awesome. We did a lot of videos discussing, of course, Shimo in the past. Go check out all those on the channel if you want to learn more about Shimo and how it's connected to Godzilla with its, of course, descendant. But I think this titan is massive, and I really like this render art we see right here, because we see more of the body right here. It's more of a turtle titan, and it looks awesome. Next up, we have this box right here, which is, of course, the evolved Godzilla figure in this box by Monarch. There we go. It's not Apex Cybernetics. No, it is Monarch. So probably they will have a big role in probably getting this kaiju, of course, Godzilla evolved. They might have something to do with it. Or, of course, the people that we saw on the Hollow Earth trying to give the crystal powers to Godzilla. As of time of this recording, that's still a little bit of a theory and in discussion. Next up, we have a brand new, of course, render for Shimo, but it's the old one, but just with a pyramid or a ice mountain in the background we see right here, next to, of course, the evolved Godzilla with Popcorn, the crystals, once again, Kong with next to Scar King. Of course, I really like this one. Look at that, with a different font as well. That is so cool. I'm absolutely in love with the looks of Scar King. These are all cool looking titans. I can't wait to see these fights happen between all these kaijus in the next movie. Then we have a solo image of course, Kong's roar. There we go, as a cub, which looks very cool. We still see the scratches from Godzilla versus Kong from the previous movie. Followed up by, of course, Godzilla getting his own with a higher render of the evolved Godzilla, which is a new image as well. And wow, look at all these spikes. That looks awesome. Wow, okay, this is probably not available in the cinemas in my region, but these theater goods look awesome. I love this Godzilla design. It's so refreshing yet so cool. With it brings back Millennium vibes, and I'm all here for it. Next up, we have a little Scar King figure on top of the Kong cup with a brand new another Godzilla render. A different posture we see right here. Look at these spiky dorsal plates, upgraded, ready for battle. And then finally these. Now these ones are, of course, on top of the water cups or drink cups. So we have, of course, Scar King with the whip slash we have as his weapon right there. We have Kong with his beast glove, and then we have a new Godzilla, or an unfinished painted Godzilla. Either way, because this is a figure on top of a cup, they tend not to put much effort into them, but look at Kong, and look at Scar King. They clearly do. Otherwise, they would have just left Scar King the same color as Godzilla. Why is this Godzilla beige? This looks like the Monarch Legacy of Monsters in Africa Godzilla, where they got awoken from the sand and in the desert, mixed with the Evolved 2024 Godzilla we know breaking from the ice and etc. So why is this Godzilla not dark-skinned like me? I think it has something to do with the fights in Rome that we've seen in the previous recent, of course, little teaser trailers. We've seen Godzilla rose up from the Colosseum, and that maybe after a fight with some kaijus, that might have something to do with its looks. Now, I think this albino Godzilla looks pretty cool. cool. Along with, of course, keeping the pink and purple dorsal plates on the back, it might be that it can change its color as in camouflage. The theories are all over the place. People keep talking about it. You kaiju members have your own theories, but why is it beige? Why out of all colors? Now, what I personally think is that this is what Godzilla could look like at the end of the movie. Of course, these are all speculations from my big Godzilla brain, but after the battles against Shimo and Scar King, it may, of course, not only leave like scars, but also a different skin tone after a lot of battles in the desert we've seen from next to the pyramids. Because from the first trailer, a lot of speculation from like the hollow earth entrance or exit, we see the spikes or like crystals that from Shimo and Kong risen up from that hole, along with perhaps Godzilla that's just covered in sand we see right here. So this is probably could be the Godzilla in that part of the movie where it's just in sand and maybe awakens once again, just like we've seen in Monarch. Maybe Godzilla is just sleeping and then Kong and probably fights with Shimo, rises up and then asks for Godzilla's help, of course, but he's still covered in sand while maybe after evolving and etc. But it's a little bit of a stretch. Or some of Shimo's abilities that we currently don't know of, apart from his frostbite blast, that could leave Godzilla with a different skin tone, probably trying to prevent any weaknesses or like its defense. So perhaps this is a mechanism within this organism to heat up its body to prevent it literally being frozen once again from what happens before it bursts out of the ice. The Godzilla gets all types of new abilities we don't know of yet. We now do know that it gets a new pink Godzilla atomic breath, but we don't know its other abilities or powers, this new legendary G-Man we're getting. So these colors could play a big surprising role for Godzilla in this movie, this albino cool looking Godzilla. Let me know what you think of this particular design, and do you have a theory on why Godzilla looks like this? Leave it in the comments box below, or the production team behind these figures were just too lazy to paint Godzilla in its full coloring there. I still think it looks pretty cool, but I prefer it in black dark gray from what we've seen in the trailer, along with the other render images. I think that looks a lot cooler, but an albino all white Godzilla would be pretty cool as well. Maybe this is between the gray and a white stage, where it can actually become an ultra white Godzilla. That would be pretty cool. Thanks for watching. Now, if you'd like to see a Godzilla like this sort of battle against skull crawlers, go check this video out right here and make sure to subscribe.